Hello everyone, I'm Natalie Cabello. I'm going to talk about Erickson's development theory. So Erik Erikson came up with 9 stages of development, and his theory falls under the ego theories. He was a student of Anna Freud's. Unlike Freud, though, his stages didn't end at a certain time. They went on throughout life, and he believed that if they weren't resolved uh, at by the end of that time, then it would cause problems down the road for that person in life. So in infancy, the the crisis or the issue is trust versus mistrust. In early childhood, it's autonomy versus shame and doubt. In preschool, it's initiative versus guilt. During school age, it's industry versus inferiority. In adolescence, it's identity versus role confusing. So teens are just trying to figure out who they are and what their place is in the world. Um, During young adulthood, it's intimacy versus isolation. So how do we want to be with others if we want to be with others, or if we'd rather be by ourselves? During middle age is generativity versus stagnation. So this is where people start thinking more about the legacy they want to leave behind, um, and start thinking on what world they want to leave behind for their um, children and grandchildren's generation. Um, in late life, it's integrity versus despair. So um, older people begin to think about, did they live the life that they wanted to live, or do they have some regrets and things that they wish they could take back? A 9th stage was added after after Erickson's death. It's very old age, hope and faith versus despair. So having hope um, and faith towards the end of our life, or just giving up because we are already towards the end. Some pros and cons of this theory that I found were that the stages remain active throughout life, like I said, and it's good at explaining unresolved issues or unfinished business from the past that are affecting the present for that person. Some of the cons that I thought were that the main focus is how the past unresolved stages are affecting the present. So um, there's no focus on how to move forward. Um, but it could be argued that we could use the stages to help the client see how to move forward, or how to resolve that stage and look into the next possible stage. And I saw that it has a very Western view of development, because in Eastern cultures that tend to be more collectivistic, they are thinking about their legacy and about community throughout their lives, not just after middle age. Um, so it's definitely, from that point of view, I thought that it was very Western minded. Some of the applications that I saw for school counseling is that it may help explain and guide the discussion about issues that students may be experiencing in their life, especially during the teen years, about finding who they are and their place in the world. Um, and it may also help students put their problems into perspective and help them become more self-aware about what their um, issue or problem is at the moment, um, and what stage they're trying to resolve. So that's all I have about Erickson's stages.